As you know, in September of this year, the UN held their General Assembly, and with it, a focus on education. In fact, they called it Transforming Education Summit, focused 3 full days on education. Now, never in the history of the UN have so many days been focused on education, but rightfully so. Never in the history of education have 90% of our world's children been so affected by what has happened with the pandemic. And so these 3 different days had a purpose and intentionality behind it. First is to gather national and international commitments by the different countries participating around what they are doing to transform education, as well to bring greater public engagement around different actions and practices. And as well, a vision statement was shared by the UN Secretary General himself. Now, within the summit, it was broken up into 3 different days. The first day was a youth summit. It was called Mobilization Day, where youth from around the world shared in a public forum. Second day was based on solutions, and the third day was a Leaders Day, and I'll unpack these more in subsequent videos. Now, in general, of course, money and funding was a major theme, and so too was a major announcement. Probably the largest investment that will ever be seen so far in the history of education. By 2030, they're expecting $10 billion fund to help catch up in helping countries reach their SDG goals. And that was an announcement that the UN endorsed. And it's an organization called the International Financing Facility for Education, which is made up of a variety of different education stakeholders that are going to help put those funds together towards these different initiatives. Now, other topics, included relevant curriculum, and with relevant curriculum also came the relevance of technology was a major topic as well. So too was the concept of leadership, and that is leadership as it relates to long-term visions, so that we have sustainable kind of impactful plans, but as well connecting education in general to the other SDG goals, and of course, all things accountability. Now, I'll unpack more of what happened in these 3 days in the videos to come.